We're live. Let me go post the link on our website. The website is jollyrogerukulele.com. And we're doing, this is the 1 p.m. class for me, whatever time class it is for everybody else. It's hard to say. It gets complicated. But our 1 p.m. class here, Mountain Standard Time, is our more, as the players have been around a while, they know this. They know the jig is up with them. They know what's going on. And so today we're working on a less well-known Christmas carol called Jeanette Isabella. Not terribly tough to play, and so it'll be a relatively short class today, and which is fine because my back has decided to be a pain today. Um, and I'll make some jokes about that here momentarily. We got to get a few people in before we start running the comedy routine, and then let's see. I think I'll tweet this. This will be nice to, yeah. Kind of gotten into tweeting our classes. I'm going to start looking at whether there's a link that I can put on here to also go to Facebook. And so I'm going to start figuring out whether that's worth doing. I don't really go to Facebook anymore. I just don't have time. I like Facebook. I think it's fine, but I just don't have time to do it. And so, but this would be a way to get people get more people. A lot of people are still on Facebook, so it's still a reasonably legit platform, I think. I also tweet these automatically, which is not a legit platform. Oh, isn't that something? Rather than making a stay home, they fixed the stay at home monitor. Oh gosh, you guys, this world we're living in is out of control. All right, so let me make sure. Oh, the link is working fine. We're here. Um, we're here. We're going to play some music. Who else wandered in? Lynn wandered in already. Lynn just survived working on Bach's Minuet. My gosh. Kat, hello, Kat. Welcome in from Texarkana. Kat, I hope things are clearing up. I want to talk about what clearing up around Denver looks like. It's almost comical what they've done if it weren't so sad and scary. Lanny, good afternoon. Hey, Sandy, welcome in. It's a nice song we're going to get to work on today. And I played through the rest of the week's music today. And just now, we are set. We are in perfect shape. This class I killed it. The other classes not so much, but this one, yeah, we're in great shape. We have some really nice music. Hey Elizabeth, hey Chris, welcome in. Evelyn, Evelyn got for some reason something didn't go right with the posting on the Denver Guitar Orchestra site this morning, so I've been feeling guilty every time I see Evelyn's name. She was like, "Hello, hello," couldn't get in. Gary and Diane from Washington. Cindy, hola. Where are the sunglasses? I know, right? I have sunglasses somewhere. I don't ever wear them. So they're somewhere in this house. That's where my sunglasses are. Um, I have never been a sunglasses guy. I think that in my mind, here's what sunglasses are. Uh, you're gonna because I have a shockingly terrible vision. My idea of sunglasses is well. Here's one more way of helping it make it possible for you not to see what's going on. I don't. I'm never. I know they're good for you. They're like protector from the sun, but to me, it's just a complicated way to see that. What about Eventbrite? I've never. We've done Eventbrite. We do our tickets when we have a concert down here in Denver. We use Eventbrite. Not a bad idea. Look at you, Linda. I'll look into it. I know I have an account, and I know that we've done stuff through Eventbrite, and I think Brown Paper tickets too. But I'll look into that. That's a great idea, Linda. Hey, Marianne in from Michigan. Carol's in from Western Colorado. Vic is in from rainy Eugene. Yay, it's raining up there. That always makes me happy when it's raining in Eugene. Barbara's from a local here. Red's a local. Uh, Oh yeah, the everyday hero thing, guys. I was super delighted that they did that. I'm very touched by all of that. But Honestly, we're just here to play music, right? By the way, I know I'm going to talk about this here in just a minute because the city's meeting right now. Kari, early. It's 1:10, Kari. That's Kari's early, by the way. Pauline, Wayne from California. Nancy, hello. Glad to be back. Is it Alabama, Nancy? You remind me again. I apologize. I think it's Alabama. Christine is in from Bozeman, Montana. Let my prescription Ray-Bans. Yeah, I have the ones I have are Ray-Ban. Or there, I think they're Ray-Ban. I don't know. They look like Ray-Bans. I don't know what they are. Alabama. Okay, I was pretty sure. Dang, glad you're here, Nancy. Didn't run you off yesterday. A couple more days and you'll be like, I don't want to listen to that guy anymore. Fran is back. Fran went camping yesterday instead of coming and playing ukulele. Can you believe that? Where are her priorities? Let's see. All right. Yeah, they're my sunglasses are prescription, but whatever. So, one, the city and the state of Colorado and the city of Denver are meeting with the media right now. And here's what, rather than doing what they're supposed to, what they need to do, which is to shut this sucker down, they've added another little space onto the scary meter. You know, they have these meters now. Everything's cool. It's getting pretty scary. You ought to be stopping going out. You really know, seriously, guys, we're going to close the restaurants down. Then there's this other phase, and then there's this. We were on that phase, like this is for real. And the next one was you have to stay at home. Rather than saying you have to stay at home, they've just added another color. They put it into purple. Purple is beyond red. Here's the thing. They don't want the restaurants to go out of business, so they're keeping it open so you could go out a little bit. And they don't want to close the gyms down because they don't want them to go out of business. But we all know what's going on here. It is completely out of control, and it's not going to be in control until around April. And so please, guys, I know you're not here to talk about that, but please be safe. It's ridiculous what's going on out there, and they just can't seem to get it right. And so, all right, Jacqueline from a long walk, 64 degrees in Bozeman. I couldn't figure out why they bothered. I guess. Just try not, seriously, just do the right thing. You guys know what to do. All right, you're not here on accident. Okay, let me talk about where we're at with music. Today's going to be a fairly short class for two reasons. One, the song we're working on today is not that tough. Okay, compared to others. I mean, you guys have survived some pretty tough music here over the last 6 months, 8 months, however long we've been doing this. Bring It Towards Jeanette Isabella is going to be pretty playable. But I do want to give you work time for In the Bleak Midwinter and Oh Holy Night. Those are both absolutely stunning versions on ukulele. They're going to sound so nice. You're going to be so thrilled that you can play those. I think both of them are beautiful. I like Jeanette, Bring It Towards Jeanette Isabella more for the comedy than for the song itself, but it really is a pretty nice sounding tune as well. And then you have lots and lots of good stuff to be backing up. Of any class I managed to get the sheet music done well and correctly is for this one. The other classes I'm rushing to catch up in. So the other reason I'm going to keep today's class short is for some reason my back is killing me today, and I think it's all this fame and fortune that I've gotten from my jaunt through the local news media, and so I think I'm just stressed out, and I need to probably go for a walk, maybe go get on a bicycle, maybe stretch, do something. So I'm going to keep the things kind of tight and short. We're going to get in, get out, and get it rocking. Okay. Lynn, happy to be home and here. Yeah, happy to be home. That's the key, right? We are all like, oh, I'm tired of the COVID. Well, we're all tired, whatever. I mean, it could be a billion times worse than what we're dealing with. So, so as much as possible, guys, just stay home, play your ukulele. It's good. And don't let people come over to your house. That's crazy. Just tell them you'll see them in July. Let's see. Happy to be home here. Patricia making it in late again. Clay's in late. Cindy, stay healthy. But yeah, I'm staying healthy. Honestly, I haven't been out long. Honestly, I get it. I don't want this thing. I've had a couple of friends get it, and I don't want it. So I don't want to be around anybody. But yeah, my back's just hurting. I think I'm sitting here too. I think I've been spending a little stressed out about some stuff going on around here, and just not taking time to exercise and that stuff. Not a good idea. So Bring It Towards Jeanette Isabella. Let's talk about it. Let me pull it up. if you haven't downloaded everything for the week, go through everything in this time slot, and in the 12 o'clock time slot I've got up on the housetop already posted. I'm going to post God Rest You Merry Gentlemen and green sleeves for those guys. So the 1 o'clock class, I'm trying to put stuff that's a little bit easier to play, and it's so sometimes that's a pure judgment call. And then in the noon hour, I'm trying to put the stuff that's a little easier to play. In the 1 o'clock section, I'm putting the stuff that's a little bit more obscure or a little bit more complicated. And so that's what you guys are getting in this hour. But I want you to download both the songs from both time slots, the 1 o'clock and the noon hour, so that you have a complete book of Christmas stuff that you can always have and come back to. Because I'm not going to update every single year, and you'll eventually have a really nice bunch of songs. What am I looking for? Bring a Torch. Like, Bring a Torch. One of the very first songs I ever arranged on ukulele. I don't know why. I just think it has a nice way about it. The cute thing about it is if you wander around the internet looking for words for it, basically this song, it appears written probably in France, probably in the 1500s-ish. This old song, but the words get changed over time, right? And basically the last set of words appear to be written by a mom somewhere, and it's basically like the basic message behind the latest set of lyrics was, you better be quiet or you're going to wake up baby Jesus and you're going to be in big trouble. That's what the last set of lyrics I saw. Now they even made it on Wikipedia for a while. I didn't see them this time when I wandered through, but please know that was not the original words. When you find words that seem like they're very instructional, you got to know it's either a elementary school music teacher somewhere wrote those words, or a mom wrote those words, right? And very cute and funny. Elizabeth asks, "Where's Ave Maria? Where is Ave Maria?" I've got it. Don't you worry, Elizabeth. Don't you worry. Don't lose your sleep. Don't lose your sleep over it. Schubert is on the way. Bring a torch. Bring a torch, Jeanette Isabella. And here's the other thing that makes me mental about this song. There's commas, and I think it's bring a torch, comma, Jeanette, comma, Isabella, I think is the correct way. I think it's two separate people. Jeanette and Isabella are supposed to both bring a torch, I think. But I take the commas out completely, and I'm just like, yeah, bring a torch, Jeanette Isabella. That's one person now. Bring a torch to the stable. Run. Right? Christ is born, tell the folks in the village. Jesus is born, and Mary's calling. Okay, I don't know what that means. Nobody knows what that means. That's what's cool about this song. Beautiful is the mother, beautiful is beautiful is the child. Okay, then you go back, you play a second time. Softly now we rush to the stable, softly now for the moment to come. Look how charming is our little Jesus. He smiles so his cheeks are rosy. You know, you imagine cheeks with Jesus with rosy cheeks. Hush, hush. My favorite thing lately, I'm a big fan of Jesus things, right? My favorite thing is they're reminding everybody that Jesus did not have blonde hair and blue eyes. And I have this picture down in my storage unit of this kind of gold metallic, you know, back in the day, your grandmothers probably had them in their house, these gold metallic Jesuses, and his eyes are vivid bright blue and all this long flowing blonde hair. Probably neither of those are true. See how the child is sleeping. See how he smiles in dreams. So it's a nice song, right? The song itself, the words are just fine, but when you get to the one, hush, hush, don't go down and make a big noise on Christmas Eve because you'll wake up baby Jesus and you're gonna be, and that's bad, right? All right, you guys, I got the list, don't worry. All right, bring a torch. Your chords: G, bring a torch, J, A minor, Net Isabella, Bella, bring a torch, to the stable run. Christ is born, tell the folks of the village. Jesus is born. And you got your D7 here. Mary's calling, hush. Here's where the hard part is. You're on calling, and then you got to really quickly get to your E minor, hush, and back to your D, hush. Beautiful is the mother. And again, right at the page turn, right? You got to remember that your E minor's after the page turn. Beautiful is the child. Okay, so that's what's going on there. So we're really moving around pretty quickly. Those E minors make the song. Okay, now let's run through the melody. You're in G. Chances of any ones showing up are pretty small, so probably play in second position. Let's give it a try from the top. 1, 2, 3. 5, 3, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, 3, 2. Oh, 5, 3, 3, 2, 3. Oh, 2, oh, 3. 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 2, oh, 3, 3, 2, oh, 2, 3, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 2, oh, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, oh, 5, 2, oh, 3, oh, 2, 3, 2, oh, 5, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2. Now, if you're a melody player and you're always playing melody, which is a good thing, just remember when you get to 27, get your G chord on so that then the rest of the arpeggio in there, 3, bum, 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 bum. It's just a little arpeggio on there. You could probably better off plucking it. Again, just designed to fill up space in there, and it's just pure straight arpeggio, 2, 3, 2, 3, 2, holding your G chord, and you'll be fine. And then, of course, when you come around the second time, see how he smiles in dreams, and it just pulls it through. Okay, and then and so you got a nice little melody there. The chords are not too hard. Everything's going great. Then we go to tough uke. Okay, for the most part, not terrible. Okay, G chord, pinky. Right? Okay, then go to your 3. Don't change anything. One of the things I want to talk to you guys about overall that I never talk about it because I just do it and I don't think about it. Don't ever pull up any fingers that you don't need to. Okay, so in this case, I'm going to hit the 3 and then another partial G chord, and then I'm going to pull the 2 back and pull this back up. Now this finger has never moved. Okay, and the thought behind that is, as much as possible, we get so little sustain out of our instrument. We want to, as much as possible, let the notes that are not melody notes or not that we don't have to move, just let them keep ringing. It's almost as if I'm trying to think of a good analogy, like if they're putting in tile, right? And you look at the tile and you're like, oh, I don't know if that looks that great. I think all these, it just doesn't seem. And then they come through with the grout, right? And all of a sudden the tile's just like, oh, that's what I meant, right? That's kind of what we're doing with trying to not move your chord around, is we want that sound. Listen to that. Okay, it's still ringing. As long as I don't move this, that guy's going to just keep ringing. And it's a little harder on our instrument because we have these little tiny short plastic strings. They don't have a ton of sustain. So anything we can do to make that last longer is what we want to do. Okay, so on your first chord here, G chord with your pinky, and then I'm going to hit that 3, and that's business there. I'm stopping the 5 from ringing. I need the melody to stop. And when I use my thumb, that's an upside and a downside. Okay, so then I've stopped the 5 when I do that. If I'm plucking, that doesn't happen. Okay, so the takeaway message is try not to move your chords, try not to move anything that you don't have to move over here. Of course, you have to move almost every major stuff around, but let the tones ring as long as they can. It will end up creating what what basically it has the same effect of holding the sustain pedal down on your piano, is that it just kind of helps the tones whoosh together just a little bit. On a piano, you can overdo it, and you have to lift your foot up to get to stop doing that. But on ukulele, that problem doesn't show up. Your ukulele will be more than happy to stop making tones pretty quickly. So that's your first two measures there. I pull the 3 back into the 2 and then push it back. Okay, now we got this A minor. Again, just let's leave your 2 on, add the 2, add the 3, and then go back to your G chord. And you let it ring as long as you can. The hard part here is ring a torch, Jeanette Isabella, bring. Right, you got to let bell, that G chord in measure 4, you got to let that ring as long as you can. Then you got to quickly hit the D chord, la, and then jump into G chord. So that ends up being relatively complicated, relatively technical in making it successful. Valerie says, "Yay, I'm here. Mom's finally able to sleep." So we have to play very quietly. Yeah. Valerie, turn down your amplifier from number 11. Usually we're ukulele players. We're usually amped up pretty hardcore. If you want to know how loud a ukulele is, here's what you need to know. Go outside, play, have somebody stand across the street, and you play. They won't be able to hear you. I mean, yeah, seriously. I've been playing here. I have in this room, not this room, this house, for years. And I have people who don't know that I do music that live right around me. They have no idea. You just can't play. Now, harmonica, different story. Donna comes in all the time. She's closing all the doors, trying to get that keep the sound out of her business meeting. And I'm much louder, right? But we have a very quiet instrument. You can really play it loud and nobody cares. All right. So let's play into measure 5, and then let's talk about, again, trying to keep the sounds as long as beautiful as possible. Okay, see how quickly you got to get that? My suggestion is practice that motion from the D chord to the G chord with your pinky. Okay, and this G chord with the pinky, guys, that's not going away anytime soon. That's going to come up in lots of songs we work on. So that motion, getting there from here, has got to be a motion you work on. And again, I talk about this from time to time in class. You don't need to practice the parts of the song you can play. You don't need to. Okay, you need to practice the parts of the song that are hard. And in this case, for me, that's pretty hard, right? G, D, G, and getting to the G chord back on, and D chord or D, the pinky up on the D, back on. In proper timing is pretty hard. Okay, let's keep going. Measure 5. Let's just start from there. 1, 2, 3. You got a choice on 3. Sometimes I will roll down my ring finger to get to 3, and sometimes I will add my pinky on. I think it depends on the situation and how lazy I'm being. But you can absolutely just do one. Either one of those is acceptable. Okay, hit the 2. Let's play from 11. Go. I want to talk about that motion right there. Measure 14. Here's the challenge with ukulele, okay? And this is a great challenge. I love it. It's one of my favorite things about the ukulele. It's also one of the most maddening things about the ukulele. The chord is a G chord, okay? And your melody note is this 2, okay? So the only amount of chord that you can use, the only notes that are lower are none. Okay, so to get any type of chord out of it, I go ahead and I use this 0. But this note, this G note, is noticeably higher than the actual melody note. Okay, so the melody is here, and its accompaniment note is way up high. So you have to be smart when you hit a 0, 2, or something similar to that, that you are hitting the 2 harder and louder than the upper one. Okay. Make sure you get that 2 clean, because otherwise people's ears will think this is the melody note because it's higher. Okay, so if you overemphasize this string and underemphasize this string, it throws the melody into a weird place. Your audience will come to accept it, but just be mindful. If you're playing a low G ukulele, you don't have that problem, but you also lose all of the ukulele-ness of the ukulele when you put a low G on here. A lot of my more advanced players, they're like, yep, I play low G. And it's because they get these extra notes and they get the little bit darker sound and a little bit, there's certain things that happen that are just a little easier. But there's no question in my mind, all you've really done is just taken a guitar and squished it down really small now, and now you're playing a different instrument. You will pretty quickly see on the chat bar a bunch of people being defensive of low G. But what I'm telling you is you can still play a high G ukulele, do it quite effectively. Just make sure that that 2 gets the emphasis, and it's I think it's a joy, right? Like, oh, here's this thing. Okay, I got to make sure to handle that with some level of precision. Okay, next, let's go on to measure 15. Let's start there. 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the next place to talk about. You're hanging out on measure 15. Did I say 13? Measure 15. Sorry, measure 15. You've got your D7s. Quickly to G. Quickly to D. And then measure 17. You're hanging out on this D. One beat. You got to get your E minor on. So that's as I was getting ready for class here, that's the section I was working on. D, E minor, D, E minor, D, E minor, D, E minor. Okay, that's going to come up not several places, a couple places in the song, and you want to have your hands taught that they're doing that. Corey says, just that a few times you need those last few notes. Yes. I know why you have a low G. I know how much it adds to your overall this, but it's no longer a ukulele. And so you do what you want, right? I mean, you play ukulele, you can play that low G thing that you have. Okay, whatever. That's what gets them, right? That's not a ukulele. I love doing that. That's not a ukulele. That's not a ukulele. That's a baritone tuned up. Yeah, that's a tenor guitar. You know, that's how you get them. No, low G. There are absolutely reasons to play low G. None of them good. All right, I've stopped. That's enough of the comedy. I think that's funny. All right, but remember when you get to that E minor, it's important. And then do the D. Okay, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, then let's go on to measure 19. It's an excuse to get more ukuleles. That's exactly right. See, I'm poking the dragon here. Terry actually has a good tenor guitar. Terry knows what a tenor guitar is. All right, guys, focus on the music. Don't let Gary pull you and don't let him poke your buttons. Right. All right. Measure 19. Back to your G chord. And then again, you either roll your ring finger down or hit your pinky. And then D chord, pinky, G chord, D chord. And then you got to get over that E minor on page 2. And just an arranging hint for those of you guys that are starting to get where you're doing a little bit of arranging. Notice in measures 21 and 22, I've got the arpeggio going down. And then in measure 23, where the feeling of the song changes, I change the arpeggio direction. So for those of you guys that are working on fingerstyle and working on being decorative, be experimental with that. Is sometimes having the arpeggio go from higher to lower makes sense, and sometimes from lower to higher makes sense. Now, I have a tendency to be a tiny bit lazy sometimes and just always make them go lower to higher, because I know that it works always. But just be mindful that, it's a way to create more interest in your music. Beautiful is the mother. That's not how you would sing it, but that's what's going on. Ah, ah. So if I'm going to make the ahs go up, I might make something else around it go down. And so just be mindful. Those of you who are working at that level. For the rest of you, are like, just tell me what to play. You don't need to worry about that. All right. So and then on to 25. Get it back to your G chord. D chord at 26. Pinky on 5, and then a G chord, and then you've got this again, same thing, arpeggios going up and then coming back down. Okay, there's no right answer to which directions arpeggios should go, but be mindful you have choices there, and especially if you're getting to the point where you're trying to develop fingerstyle arrangements for out of the tough uke that I give you, you've got choices. Make them go up, make them go down, make them move around, maybe keep them all one single note through there. I do that occasionally, bum, 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 because it creates a little bit of drama to then change. Okay. All right. So we've been through the whole song. Let's through all three different ways. Let's play through it twice, and then let's talk about the rest of the week. Okay, from the top, I'm going to play it plucky the first time and strummy the second time. And you play it any way that makes you happy. Okay, even if you got a low G or a banjolele. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. To the top. Isn't that a pretty tune? Honestly, how many? 15th century, 16th century, 1500, 1650, 1750, 1850, 1950. Almost, well, what is it? 450 years old. When you see a song that's 450 years old and it works on ukulele, that's a good song. So there you go. Hopefully that's fun to play. Hopefully that we took a long time to walk through it, longer than I thought I would, but it's nice. And I do think, geez, that is, yeah. See, Kat actually, she knows things, right? And so when every now and then I get to surprise her with something, which is exciting. These are really, really beautiful, nice pieces of music. Every single thing I'm going to be putting out, they're all songs that I like. I adore every single thing we're working on. take a little time to look at In a Bleak Midwinter. I gave you a painful uke line on that one, and for those of you guys that are playing up at that level, it should be really fun for you to turn that into something really fancy. And then we have Oh Holy Night, which is another song that's just like, wow, that's pretty. On Thursday, don't forget Adeste Fidelis, Old Lang Syne, Away in a Manger, First Noel, Ode to Joy, and Silent Night are all sitting down there for you guys to get ready for Friday as well. There is not a single note that I'm giving you this week that sucks. It's all beautiful, beautiful music. So please spend some time on that. Obviously, I got a few things to arrange tonight to get ready for the other classes, but you guys are set for the week. So please, look through those, look for things that's bugging you, or if you find stuff in sheet music that doesn't make any sense, this is the place to bring it up. Let's talk about it, make sure it makes sense to you. And there we go. That's all I know about Christmas music today. You guys have a wonderful evening. I'll see all of you tomorrow for more ukulele. And I'm kidding about low G, right? I have one too. And I know it's a pretty nice instrument. All right. Let's see. Chris says very nice. Let's see. Evelyn, muchas gracias. Hasta mañana. Oh, happy birthday, Pauline. You were outed. That Evelyn, you can't trust her, man. Thanks, Gary. Happy birthday, Pauline. It's always good. Happy birthday, Pauline. And good to see Elizabeth, Terry, many things. They're not a clunker in the bunch, right? I'll put out a couple clunkers so you can see what clunker Christmas music looks like, but we don't have any right now. It's all beautiful stuff. Let's see. I think I'm just tight. I don't know. It's just been weird today, Sometimes back pain means that I'm about to have a kidney stone. I'm hoping that it doesn't go in that direction. All right, let's see. Those are all never fun. Barbara, good to see you. Sandy, good to see you. Elizabeth, use ice. Elizabeth is an expert on back pain. She knows how to fix things. Pauline, good to see you. Jacqueline, take care. Thank you. Patricia, good to see you. Fran, glad you're back. Love this song. Beautiful, beautiful music, guys. Beautiful. 1553, apparently. They're guessing, right? Let's see. Nancy, thanks for coming back. We're going to keep you loaded up with music, Nancy. Red, Mikey. Yeah, I know. What he says and what he does are not necessarily the same thing. We figured that out about Gary, right? All right. Pauline, good to see you. Cindy, let's see. Feliz Navidad. We should do that one. I have that one as well. Lynn, good to see you. See you tomorrow. Lanny, yep, go see you tomorrow. Pauline, Vicky. You bet, Vicky. Glad you're back. Lynn and Vicky. We're going to just keep getting, I write it as fast as I can, guys. Sometimes I need an hour or two to well, you want to know what's super frustrating right now, at this moment, not only are they making dumb decisions down at the city of Denver about what they're supposed to do, that's going on. But I also noticed on Twitter at this moment in England, the new episode of Great British Bake Off is out. So now I can't look at Twitter for the next couple of hours. And not that I'm a huge Twitter, like I don't live on Twitter, but I've been posting our classes on there. I'm thinking I'm going to start putting them on Facebook. I think Kat's right. I think it's just more publicity, but they're watching Great British Bake Off at the moment, and we don't get the new episode till Friday. So I don't want to know what happens. And it's the semifinals or so. Yeah. So it's a big deal. All right. That's my challenge for today. Trying to avoid Great British Bake Off news. I'm closing that Twitter thing down. All right, guys, have a wonderful day. I will see you soon. Go play the other songs. They're wonderful.